What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Side Quest podcast. I am your host, Ryan Hoffman. With me is the Obi-Wan to my Qui-Gon, the Darth Maul to my Palpatine, the Finn to my Rey. Sure. Cameron Sellers, my buddy. How you doing?
Not too bad. Is this insinuating that I'm your apprentice?
You could be. I don't know. I am older, so
But not wiser.
well, that's
I got more grays in the beard.
It's true, yeah. But the jury is out on the wiser thing. We'll have to take an aptitude test.
Are any of us wise?
It's true, yeah. Well, welcome back to yet another episode where we're going to talk some pop culture. We're going to talk some millennial nostalgia. We're going to play a game and, just shoot the shit and talk about the stuff that we love and that you love. Thanks for listening to us on podcast platforms, y'all. And thanks for checking out our YouTube channel, if you have. If you haven't, just a reminder, you can check us out on youtube.com/@SideQuestPodGames and follow us on Instagram, SideQuestPodGames there as well. And yeah, just give us your feedback on whether you're liking the show or not. If you don't like the show, don't tell us. We don't want to know. We have fragile egos, all right? But...
You can PM me directly and I'll tell Ryan in the background.
Oh God, please don't. I'll lose so much sleep over it. Jeez. Yeah. Well, here on the pod, we are big Star Wars boys. We love it so much. And we thought it'd be fun to honor the release of Mandalorian and Grogu that's coming out on May 22nd with a little sort of look back at just some Star Wars moments here and there, just kind of see what we remember from Mandalorian
The movie
season 1,
might
2,
be
3.
out by the time we release this episode.
Yeah.
But let's just assume that we love the movie.
Yeah, we'll probably love it. We hope so. But yeah, I mean, honestly, season 3, I'm just trying to remember what happened at the end. If I recall correctly, Thrawn was there mentioned, or was that? Am I getting Ahsoka?
So
mixed
you're
up?
getting Ahsoka mixed up. Yeah. Season 3 of Mandalorian is kind of like, well, the end of season 2. Grogu was left with Luke to train to become a Jedi.
Right. So that I remember. Yep.
Grogu was not about that life.
Grogu said no.
He's like,
thank you.
no, I'd rather be a badass bounty hunter. So he's got like his little crest with a mud horn on him.
Oh yeah,
He's got a little chainmail that Din Djarin made for him, right? So he's officially within season 3 a foundling.
Yes.
Within the Mandalorian enclave, there was a lot of different aspects of different lores being explored, especially within that last season there.
Right, because they talk about like Mandalore and there's like Bo-Katan with like the Darksaber and stuff like that, and there was Moff Gideon cloning himself. So there's a lot of plot points that they'll have to kind of explore.
The Mythosaur, which we're hoping to see fully properly in the new movie coming out.
Yeah, again, like we said, the movie, as of recording of this, isn't out yet, so this is all just speculation. So we could be vastly wrong, we could be vastly right. But one thing's for sure, they're going to shoot on the volume. I can tell you that much. And yeah, the volume being, of course, the screens, almost like the green screen projection that they use for Mandalorian. So I really hope that you
said they're not all shot on site?
They're not on site. They're not outside. No,
they used to back in the original trilogy, man. They had such good sites.
A little thing called movie magic, my friend. But yeah, hopefully that doesn't take away from the scale of an actual movie, No, so
yeah. There was definitely some news going out there right now that people are comparing the movie shots to early Mandalorian season 1 kind of thing. It's like, oh, it looks lifeless and boring. It's like, well, they're taking these super cinematic shots from the first season and comparing them to a standard traversal shot from the upcoming movie kind of thing, right? And truly, I mean, we don't know what the cinematography and the details are going to be like once this movie comes out. We're hoping it's going to match or at least improve what we've seen in these past 3 seasons and the other Star Wars properties as well. But I mean, yeah, you're always going to have the kind of basic kind of lighting situations when they're traveling from one place to another.
It's all kind of
fight scenes.
It's all kind of going to look the same.
Yeah,
essentially. But yeah,
it's a space western, all right? It's going to look like a space western.
Yeah, exactly. Well, rather than speculate on what we don't know yet about Mandalorian and Grogu, we're just kind of look back at some of the hot moments in Star Wars history, just in general. like even from the prequels, the sequels, doesn't matter which ones, but I gotta kick it off with Duel of the Fates. Duel of the Fates is probably the best fight scene, lightsaber scene, music, just everything about that scene from Phantom Menace with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon fighting Darth Maul.
It's rivaled by, maybe something in Revenge of the Sith. But...
yeah, I've got that on my list too here. But I mean, it's funny because I remember as a kid not knowing why it was called Duel of the Fates, because it just sort of was one of those things where it's 4 words kind of merged together and it just becomes one word.
Well, I was gonna say, as a kid, we don't realize the impact of any movie title at that point.
For sure.
Right?
But even like looking back now, it was their duel of the fate of Anakin, because if, the Jedi's win, he goes one way.
There would have
the
been
Sith win, he
a
goes
much
another way.
different trajectory if Qui-Gon survived and
Yes.
trained Anakin,
Right.
than opposed to Obi-Wan in the Council, because realistically it wasn't just Obi-Wan training Anakin, it was the Council as well, where if it was Qui-Gon, most likely it would just have been Qui-Gon taking him under the wing, because he knew that the Council didn't want to train him as a Jedi because he was too old for the trials, so they kind of allowed it at the end of that first movie because of the situation that happened, because Obi-Wan's like, look, I'm going to do it whether or not you agree to it, and so the Council kind of allowed Obi-Wan to do it, but with their guidance as well, and not only their guidance, but their influence, and wasn't always the best at times.
Yeah, for sure. And it definitely would be cool to see like a what if storyline of like, what if Qui-Gon did survive? Like, how would the whole universe be
an
different?
Elseworlds situation would be phenomenal. I think there's been a couple fan kind of theories out there, and some artwork done and some comics written up. Nothing canon, unfortunately, but there are some really cool aspects that could be explored with a branch going in that direction.
Yeah, I would love to see that. Another one of my favorite moments from the prequels is the Jango Fett fight. I feel like a lot of people love Boba Fett. Love those people. Boba Fett gets points for being pretty freaking cool. But Jango Fett, the white armor just looks so sick, and I love the fight. So it's at the beginning of 2,
Yep.
when they're on Camino and they're in the rain, and just like they're fighting on the platform's spinning around, and Obi-Wan's fighting him. Oh man, like that is so just cool. The fact that it's raining and it just everything looks so dramatic. Oh man, that is probably one of my favorites as well.
So I don't mean to interject and correct here, but I think you might be having like a C-3PO is his leg silver or gold kind of thing.
Go ahead.
Because his armor was kind of silver with that blue marking on it. The clone troopers had the white armor.
I feel like is it white or is it silver?
It's like a stark silver.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'm just thinking of like the Lego Man. Yeah. Like maybe I'm just thinking of how like the Lego character looks like pure white.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what I think.
I mean, I could be wrong. So I don't believe I'm wrong. I do believe, because it's supposed to harken back to the original Mandalorians with like the kind of pure Beskar armor kind of thing, right?
Yes.
With just the blue kind of accenting it.
Did we know the term Mandalorian back then? Do you remember?
Maybe in like the extended universe books and comics they were mentioned, but us as kids wouldn't have known that.
No, yeah, or just I guess it just wasn't said until maybe way later. Yeah,
like they might have mentioned like he's a Mandalorian kind of thing, like from the cloning facility, but I don't think we knew the gravitas of what that meant.
Yeah, because I feel like the Clone Wars talked about like Mandalore a lot more, right?
The Clone Wars has kind of explored an entire arc.
Yeah.
Relating to Mandalore and how basically what's happening now with the Mandalorian series and Mandalorian Grogu all kind of harkens back to what happens during the animated Clone Wars series.
Right. Yes, and of course that has a lot more lightsaber fights, like the Anakin and Obi-Wan fight from Episode 3. You kind of touched on it, yeah.
Classic. Probably the pinnacle of lightsaber duels in the entire franchise so far. I don't think there's anything that has surpass that in live action.
No, I agree. I think that like unless you talk about the lightsaber fight at the end of Return of the Jedi between Vader and Luke, just because it was such like a climactic moment
for the time.
Yeah,
yes,
for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, like for us, it's like that's the most quotable fight, right?
Well, yeah, not only that, but like the choreography behind it and the stunting and
the stakes. I mean,
the stakes behind it, yeah.
The emotion, the behind it of like their brothers
and
fighting,
the kind of the betrayal behind it, and the fact that Obi-Wan kind of tricks him with, hey, I have the high ground kind of thing, because harkening back to the first movie, Duel of the Fates, Obi-Wan didn't have the high ground and won against Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of twisted that to get inside Anakin's head. He's like, hey, I have the high ground, Anakin. I'm going to win.
That's
To
crazy because I just realized from you saying that is that essentially he did the same thing.
He baited him.
Like Anakin probably thought Obi-Wan has done this, I can do this, and then obviously didn't. He got cut up and burned to a crisp. Also very cool that is in, I think it was in Rogue One, where his Vader's castle is still on Mustafar.
Yes.
And it's like basically like being in a car accident and then like putting your office
At the scene of the crime.
at the scene of the accident. You're like,
I mean, I think that was done on purpose.
Yeah.
One, because there's some Sith happenings on Mustafar as well.
dude, Sith happens, man. You know what I'm saying?
There's like a Sith temple on the
Yes.
planet as well, so they can draw a lot more power, to the dark side of the Force and have more of a connection. Plus, when you're wielding the dark side of the Force, any kind of hate and torment kind of fuels you.
Yep.
So him constantly seeing where he lost the battle to his at the time master would, nothing but fuel his rage and anger and his desire to be the best upon anyone else, right? So
For sure. Now, those are all movie moments. I want to kind of jump into moments that are sort of associated with the movies, but not necessarily like a moment in the film. I loved Lego Star Wars, the games and the toys. What are some like key sets that you had as a kid? Because they're
I mean, you know me very well. I mean, the people who do know me know that I'm a big Lego person, right?
Oh yeah, we love our Lego.
I have not the big one, but I have a Lego Millennium Falcon. I don't have like that $1,000 that $1,000
really,
set.
really big one, yeah.
One, can't afford it. Two, I don't have space for it. But just recently, I got a Lego R2D2 that I'm super excited to build.
Nice.
It's like a foot tall. I think it's like quarter scale.
Whoa.
I
big.
have a Lego BD1 from Fallen Order.
Fallen Order, nice, yes.
Like the different sets are not only from moments in the games, the movies, the shows that have a impact on me when I was younger, but they just look cool and they're fun times to build, right? And it just reminds me of the times where Star Wars is there to kind of distract you from the ongoings of different things, right? It's just a good place to be mentally, right?
For sure. It just brings back so many like good memories of like playing with the toys. Like I had the sub from episode 1, like the one that
foot long 6-inch.
The
sandwich,
the foot long sub that Qui-Gon orders at the Star Wars subway. No, the Gungan like water ship that they're in, and then there's the big fish. There's always a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we had that. We had a lot of Obi-Wans, a lot of Obi-Wan minifigures. We had the what was it? The battle droid, like the big carrier that carried all the battle droids from episode 1.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, we had X-Wing, we had B-Wing, we had A-Wing, we had all those ones.
What would be like your favorite minifigure kind of thing?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, like the Boba Fett minifigures were always so cool. Just the way that they did the helmet. Like now, the Boba Fett helmet is a lot more molded and very specific.
Apparently, that first Boba Fett figure is like crazy expensive now.
It's like my brother does a lot of like Lego collection and stuff, and so he's got his finger on the pulse on like that kind of stuff, and yeah, he's told me before that
I think my favorite one right now is I have the like 4-arm General Grievous kind of thing with 4 mini lightsabers.
That one was so good.
It's such a cool figure. I have it on my shelf. It's so cool. It's so posable. It came with Mace Windu, so it was like the first time I had like the purple lightsaber as well in Lego form. So
yeah. Do you remember because like speaking of Lego Star Wars, like the games, do you remember the Pod Racer arcade game? Like in arcades, I mean, like
I
not
do,
like on N64
yes.
or whatever.
Speaking of the Pod Racer game, like the new pod racing game is coming out this year, which I'm so stoked for. It looks so good, and it's made by the people who made like Midnight Club and Street Racer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's sick. Okay, so like people who've actually done racing games.
Yes.
Okay.
So
awesome.
people are expecting good things, like to be actually impactful, actually have a good story and good feeling mechanics behind it.
That's sick. I'm excited for that. Literally any Star Wars game that can just capture that feeling of like being there. Like there was a Star Wars game called like I think it was like Star Wars Hunters or something like that. It was for the Switch, and it was basically like an Overwatch like hero shooter.
It was kind of supposed to be like a mobile game kind of thing that they brought to Switch. And it was supposed to be like a cross progression kind of thing going on with it.
But
I
it was
never
like
dabbled it myself.
It was like there wasn't any recognizable characters. It was like sure you could be like a Wookiee, but
yeah,
like,
I think it was
not
supposed to be all
truly.
original characters.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I mean, me personally, I feel like I owe a lot to Star Wars because my parents, their first date in 1977 was to Star Wars in theaters.
That's funny you say that because I think one of the first movies that my stepdad took me to, at least one of the first movies that I remember, was The Phantom Menace. It's like one of the first, when I'm like, oh, hey, I am a human being. I'm cognizant. It's like one of my first memories of going to a theater was seeing that first Star Wars movie, at least my first Star Wars movie.
Have you ever seen the movie Fanboys? Or have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it, yeah.
So basically, the movie Fanboys is it's a film that takes place before Phantom Menace comes out. It's a group of friends. They're all big Star Wars fans. They love the original trilogy. And one of their friends is like sick and he's going to die in a few months. And so they're like, let's, so that before he dies, he can still see Phantom Menace. Let's drive to Skywalker Ranch, sneak in, and see if we can see an early cut of Episode 1. And it's got all these references to Star Wars, and it's just this fun movie of like just Easter eggs and fanness, and Kristen Bell's in it too as well, which is kind of funny. But there's such a great moment of Seth Rogen's in it actually a couple times. He has a couple roles, but there's one bit where he is like this sugar daddy collecting money from the main characters. And he's like giving them trouble, and he finds out they're Star Wars fans.
Yep.
And he's like, "You guys are Star Wars fans? Me too." And he takes off his shirt and he shows a giant back tattoo of Anakin, like young Anakin, and Jar Jar Binks just like posing and like throwing up peace signs. And he's like, "I think Jar Jar Binks is going to be the best character in this entire series." And he's like so hyped. And of course, like exactly the irony of like, oh well, it didn't turn out the way that everybody thought it was. And then at the towards the end, they're all finally seeing the movie, and the one friend turns to their friends and they're like, "What if it sucks?" And the movie ends. It's like that's it. Everyone's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I get the joke."
Nice.
But yeah,
I do remember. Like I've heard tidbits of that movie before. I haven't actually watched it, but I've heard good things.
Yeah, we should watch it, or you should just watch it and tell me what you think about it. Because it's gonna be, I think it's from like 2008. So hopefully, Mandalorian and Grogu is a fun time at the very least.
Yeah, honestly, I'm looking so forward to it because I mean, hopefully they do a little bit more like the Darksaber as well because that's a whole story plot that leads to many things in the future and has a lot of impact in the past of Star Wars as well, right? So
and hopefully we'll see a lot more merch from this.
Oh, we're going to see a lot of merch. Don't you worry. We're going to see a lot of merch.
A lot more Lego sets, a lot more shirts on it. I remember when Mandalorian came out, like season 1, I guess it was like just around the time of like the pandemic.
Before it was known as Grogu, it was known as the baby.
Before everyone called it Baby Yoda. And Disney didn't want anyone to spoil it, so they specifically didn't make any merch. So normally, there's the companies that make the merch, like Funko Pops and like the action figures and stuff, and they all get leaked beforehand, and you're like, whoa, a spoiler, and you see it as a character, as a figure, right? So they specifically didn't want this Baby Yoda moment to be spoiled. So what they did was they didn't have any company make any merchandise at all. And then, of course, the series is wildly popular. Baby Yoda is so freaking cute.
One of the few times they actually try to hide a big important thing in the story, and it actually stays hidden.
Yeah, like nobody knew about it. And then stores and retailers and everyone was getting calls of just like, do you have any Baby Yoda merch? We want Baby Yoda merch. And nowhere had it for like a year, because they didn't want spoilers, and so Disney had to kind of scramble it together. Hilariously, and I mentioned it before, I used to work at a game store. The first piece of merchandise that we had was a black T-shirt with a picture of Baby Yoda on it, and it was him sort of like making a weird face and sort of vibing, and the text was, when your song comes on or something. It was just like a really shitty attempt at a meme, and it's like, really, like that's the first piece of merch we're getting, not like an action figure or like a some kind of physical thing that doesn't just look like you made it in Photoshop in 4 seconds. It was
definitely a rough start for merch, but it blew up like nothing. Things were sold out everywhere. There's like the Baby Yoda plushies at the time.
Yep.
Like it was just called The Child, right?
Yes, before we knew it was Grogu, it was just The Child. And I seem to remember that Disney was like, he's not Baby Yoda. Don't call him Baby Yoda. Please don't call him Baby Yoda. I mean, listen, if you're gonna bring a Yoda-looking character,
the species name.
Yeah, there's only really two. There's Yoda. There's Yaddle.
Yeah,
and I don't even know if Yaddle's canon.
Grogu.
And
Yaddle's canon.
Yaddle's canon.
She's in the first movie, and she is in Fate of the Jedi. Like there was a cartoon spinoff that.
Oh really?
Yeah, that was on Disney Plus a couple years ago. Like there's one that follows like the Ahsoka line, one that follows like the Crow, like the different not Night Sisters. Anyway, like the darker Jedi's kind of thing, like showing like the rise of the Sith, the rise of like Count Dooku going to the dark side, everything like that. And Yaddle's in there, and it shows that Count Dooku's the one that killed Yaddle.
Whoa. Well, hopefully we get a Yaddle miniseries at one point. I would love to see an Obi-Wan style show about Yaddle and just see Yoda in a wig. Yeah, but yeah, Mandalorian Grogu, we salute you in your adventures and your fatherly son sort of vibe of Star Wars, because it started out as sort of like you said, a Western show, and then it sort of became like a samurai show. And it
closed off back to like its Western vibes at the end of season 3. That kind of like closed off of him at his homescape kind of thing, kind of just relaxing in the chair, and has like the classic zoom out to darkness as like the old Westerns used to do, right? So
yeah, so hopefully they can emulate that with the movie that I'm sure we'll probably see at least twice, maybe 3 times if it's good. Yeah. All right. Well, now we are going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to move on to our next segment. Let's play a game. Okay, so for this week's game, on the pod, we've talked about how you don't know actor names.
I don't.
You are notoriously bad with names of people in movies. However,
just in general, yep.
Or maybe
not just in movies.
Maybe just in general.
It's like, hey, if I shake your hand, it's like, cool. You tell me your name. It went out the other ear the moment you said it. I am sorry. Please don't hold it against me.
So what I've done is I have compiled some brief plot explanations of movies, but I've replaced the actor names with superheroes they've played, famous sci-fi characters they've played, more recognizable characters that you know them as.
Okay.
And your job is going to be to identify the movie based on the description with the heroes in it.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So now these are all pretty big movies, but if I told you them with the actor names, it might, go over your head.
Are these genre specific? Are these from a certain time period?
I would just say in the last 30 years.
Okay.
So most of them are recent.
Lives?
Yeah, in our lives, And you've probably seen a good amount of these, or at least have seen the trailer. So
at least have an understanding of their existence.
Exactly. So yeah, so it's just gonna be superhero names in place of actors, and just sort of my description of movies.
So if you say a superhero name, it's not necessarily relating to a superhero movie.
Correct. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So here's the first one. This one might be easy. You should know it. I hope so. But then again, there's some movies that are explained poorly by people who aren't me. Okay, so the first one here, Mr. Fantastic dates Supergirl and plays the drums for J. Jonah Jameson, who gets mad and throws a chair.
Oh yes, this is I know the music movie. I know what it is. I just can't remember what it's called. Damn, I know what it is.
You know.
I want to say Kickback, but it's not.
You're really close. Okay, so I'll give you a hint towards the title. If you stopped your car suddenly and you oh, my neck really hurts.
Oh, Whiplash.
There you go, Whiplash.
Yeah.
So
what
that
did
is.
I say?
You said Kickback.
Kickback. Yeah.
Yes. So Mr. Fantastic, who is Miles Teller, dates Supergirl, Melissa Benoist, plays the drums for J. Jonah Jameson, J.K. Simmons, and he gets mad and throws a chair. So there you go. See,
like my 5th grade teacher.
Excuse me. I hope that wasn't at you or
no. It was at a different student and
at a student. Oh my god.
That's a story for another day.
Okay, well, tune into whenever that episode comes out. Okay, so here's the next one. Scarecrow creates an atomic bomb, has a romance with Yelena Belova, and is opposed by Iron Man.
I want to say Barbenheimer, just because, that's what we all know it as, but it's Oppenheimer.
It is Oppenheimer. Very good. So, see, you know more movies than you think. So, yeah. Exactly.
Technically 2 in that last one.
There you go. Yeah, because Cillian Murphy plays Scarecrow. Yelena Belova is Florence Pugh.
Such a range that guy can play.
Oh, my God. Yeah, he's good, man. He is very good. And, Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. Very good. Next one. Now, not necessarily superheroes, but again, I'm venturing into sci-fi, but again, you should know the character. Kylo Ren and Black Widow's marriage is on the rocks as they go through a divorce.
I know this movie. I know all the memes. I know, like, is this like where the good soup meme comes from?
The good soup meme is actually from the show Girls on HBO.
Oh, okay.
I too thought it was from this movie, but
I haven't seen this movie. I don't know what the title of it is.
If you had to guess what the name is, just like if you didn't give it a name, I'll give you points if you even get one of the two words in the title. One of the words I actually said.
I was gonna say it was like the divorce kind of thing. Like that's the only thing I can kind of hearken, right? But
very close. It's Marriage Story.
Marriage Story. Okay.
Yeah.
I do know of that movie. I just didn't know what it was called when it came out or anything. But I do know.
Okay. Yeah.
The basic premise. Of
you
that
know
movie.
it exists,
Yes.
right? Okay. See, there we go. It's just I did explain it to you in characters that you're familiar with. They're not just saying Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson, although you probably.
I mean, I do know those names.
Yes. As we've determined on this podcast, Scarlett Johansson hot.
Scarlett Johansson hot.
Hot Scarlett Johansson hot. Okay. Next one. Batman is a washed-up actor in a play with Hulk and Gwen Stacy. Now, this one might be tough because there's a lot of actors who've played a lot of those roles.
I know.
So there's at least three.
I was gonna say, can you repeat that for me?
Sure. Batman is a washed-up actor in a play with Hulk and Gwen Stacy.
Huh.
Break it down. Break it down like a math problem.
I don't think this is. It's not Ben Affleck.
It is not Ben Affleck.
A washed up actor.
It's almost like a parody
I don't know why.
of this actor.
First thing was like Harvey Birdman kind of thing, right? Like
You're listen. I'll give it to you because it's Birdman.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it's Birdman. So it's Batman. So Michael Keaton is a washed-up actor, and he's going to play with Edward Norton.
Okay.
And Emma Stone.
Okay. I didn't know Emma Stone was in that.
Yeah.
Because I do remember Birdman. Is it Harvey Birdman? Is that
so Harvey Birdman was a cartoon on like Adult Swim, which was about a lawyer who represented cartoon characters from like Hanna-Barbera.
Understood. So at least have the same kind of premise, but yeah, Birdman is okay.
Yeah, Birdman has a very long title, which I forget the full name of it, but yeah, so it's kind of almost like a parody, not a parody, but just like kind of referential of like Michael Keaton's career.
Yeah.
So because he used to play a character called Birdman, and so Batman, Birdman.
Nice.
Both men of B names. Okay, so then next one we got here. This one you're going to get, I think you'll get in like 2 seconds. Lex Luthor and Spider-Man attend Harvard and create Facebook.
This is The Social Network.
That is, in fact, The Social Network. Jesse Eisenberg.
Just watched that movie like 2 weeks ago, too.
And Andrew Garfield.
It's a good movie.
They're making a sequel to it as well.
How? Okay.
Social Network 2. I think it has. Does it have? I think it's Jeremy Allen White or something like that. The guy from The Bear. I think.
Interesting.
That might be wrong, but I feel like that's in my brain somewhere. But yes, very good. See, you knew it. See, again, you know movies. You just need to have them in the lens of things you understand.
Why can't like this happen in the real world?
Yeah.
Why can't my job do this kind of thing for me?
Okay, this one might be a bit of a twistier one, but I think you might be able to lock it in from 2 to 3. The Riddler is an evil scientist with a funny mustache who terrorizes Cyclops and Leonardo.
So it's Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
You've already said it in recently. I can't remember who Cyclops actor is.
Mm-hmm.
But this is Sonic.
This is Sonic the Hedgehog. You got it. Yeah. So Jim Carrey plays Dr. Robotnik. Yep. James Marsden is Cyclops, and then he's the main guy in Sonic. And then this one was a bit of a stretch because it's more of a voice than a physical appearance. But Ben Schwartz, who voices Sonic, also voiced Leonardo on Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was a cartoon.
I did not know that he was the voice actor for that character.
Yeah.
I know mainly from Parks and Rec.
Yes, John Ralphio, right? Yes, he's very good improv actor as well.
Absolutely.
He has a Netflix special on him and Thomas Middleditch, who's also another like improv comedian, and it's like long form improv. So good. I forget the name of it, but if you just search up their names on Netflix, you'll find it. It's very funny. Okay. Next one.
Give that a watch.
Next one. This one might be tough, but it's only in my brain because I just saw this movie recently. Green Lantern and Elektra must protect world-famous assassin Nick Fury.
Oh, is this the Hitman's Bodyguard?
Yes.
Yeah,
wow.
I've seen both. I've seen that one and the sequel. Sequels, okay. First one's obviously better.
And funnily enough, the actress who plays his wife is Salma Hayek, who was in Eternals. I thought I could go even farther there, but
I know her mainly from Grown Ups.
there you go. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I just saw the movie recently. So Elektra was Elodie Young from the Netflix Daredevil. So that Elektra, and then of course Green Lantern being Ryan Reynolds, and Nick Fury being Samuel L. Jackson. Very good. Next one. James Bond investigates Captain America and General Zod for murder.
Also a very good movie, very good series. This is Knives Out.
Very good.
I wasn't sure if this was like the sequel. I couldn't remember if it was Glass Onion, but yeah, it's definitely Knives Out. Because Glass Onion, I think, is the one with Edward Norton.
I believe you are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that is Daniel Craig investigating Chris Evans and Michael Shannon.
Fantastic mystery movies, by the way.
Yes. Very, very good movies. Okay, next one here. Star-Lord and Gwen Stacy wrangle dinosaurs, but Kingpin wants to use them for military purposes.
This is I don't know if this is the first Jurassic World movie or if you're talking about one of the sequels or if you're just talking about Jurassic World in general, if you'll take that as an answer.
Jurassic World is the correct answer, yes.
Perfect.
Yes, so that of course is Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, who played Gwen Stacy in the Spider-Man 3 Tobey Maguire version. And Kingpin being Vincent D'Onofrio, the chameleon of every movie I've seen him in, ever.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, which Kingpin are you talking about?
Yeah, like recent Kingpin.
Yeah, crazy.
Yes, well, speaking of, next one here is Deadshot and Two-Face work for a secret organization responsible for monitoring alien activity. Kingpin is a big bug man.
Yeah, when you said Two-Face, I was like from like the recent Batman movies, but it's not. It's the much older ones.
Mm-hmm.
This is Men in Black.
Men in Black is correct. Yes, that is of course Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones working as Men in Black, and Vincent D'Onofrio yet again.
Right? Which Batman was he Two-Face in? Was that the one with like George Clooney and stuff like that as well?
That would be, he was Two-Face in Batman Forever, which is the one with Jim Carrey Riddler. So it's Val Kilmer Batman.
Val Kilmer, okay.
Yeah. Again,
too many Batmans.
Crazy role. Do you know the whole story of like Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey, and how like Jim Carrey went up to him after they had done filming, and they were, I think like Tommy Lee Jones was like out to dinner or whatever, and Jim Carrey like goes up to him, and Tommy Lee Jones is like, I cannot sanction your buffoonery. Like he was just like, he's like, I cannot take your shit anymore. Like he's like, I
think I remember seeing something like that, but yeah, he was 100% done with Jim Carrey.
Very much so a curmudgeon in the to Jim Carrey's clowny Riddler, which was that by far is my favorite Batman movie. I know it's bad just in general, but I love that movie from front to back. It's so good. Okay, next one. This one might be a bit tough, but I think just contextually you'll get it. Vanisher, Hulk, and the Joker punch each other a lot and make soap, but don't talk about it.
So this is Fight Club, because you said Vanisher, Brad Pitt.
Look at that. I honestly thought that would be like his the most niche one there.
Was it like literally a 1.5 second cameo?
Yeah, in Deadpool 2.
Yep.
Yes. Of course, Brad Pitt, and then Edward Norton again, and Jared Leto was in that movie. He plays, I think it's like Angel or something like their baby face, and he gets his head smashed in. Like he fights Edward Norton, and he just gets his beautiful, pristine face just absolutely destroyed. And it's very sad, but it's still a very good movie all this time later. Okay, last one here. This one I don't know about, but I feel like I think you got this. I'm channeling the energy.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, imagine. Oh my God, I just pulled Thor: Love and Thunder on you. No, but it is Black Adam works for the FBI and chases after art thieves, Deadpool, and Wonder Woman.
Okay, at first I thought it's like, is this like Central Intelligence? It's not. It's the Red Notice?
Red Notice.
Okay.
Yes. Let's go. So that's Dwayne Johnson.
Yep.
Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds. So, dude, you know movies.
I do.
You just
don't know actors.
You
But again, most of these actors I did know. I mean, there's probably 40% that I didn't. At least the name.
Fair.
But I know the actor.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna start translating everything into character names only, and so that way you understand it. That's how I used to watch the Oscars. Is I would like if the presenter would come up and it's like, oh, it's Chris Evans and Gal Gadot, or whatever. Like,
oh yeah, it's the guy who played Batman. So which Batman? The one with.
Yeah, exactly. So very good. So you've redeemed yourself from the movie reviews of weeks past. So very good, my friend.
To be fair, pretty sure you sandbagged me in those.
The jury's out. Jury's out on that one. Listen. All right. Well, as we continue to mix things up, let's move on to our final segment, the good old Wayback, Playback.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk today about a movie from my childhood that is not only a great movie, it recently had its 30th anniversary.
Okay.
But it's a movie that means a lot to me because it's a movie that my stepfather and I bonded over. It's a father and son movie. It's comedy. It's got some musical aspects to it. It is a Goofy movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's a very father and son oriented movie. And for those who know me, like I'm very close with my stepfather. He's a very important person in my life. So it's very meaningful to me in many ways, more than just the comedy that the movie portrays, right? It's I mean, for those who have watched it know the impact on it, know the kind of hold it had on many different families at the time it came out. What are your kind of touch points for that movie?
Yeah, a Goofy movie definitely was on repeat VHS for me too. Yeah, I remember the songs in it, like On the Open Road and Eye to Eye, like at the very end. And yeah, it's definitely one of those hidden gem hits. They made a documentary on it. I think last year. Or
Yeah,
they
made it for the 30th anniversary.
Yeah, and but I couldn't find it on Disney Plus Canada for some reason.
I think it was only in the States. Maybe we had to find some
alternative
100% legal workarounds to watch it here in Canada.
But yeah, like I feel like that movie and just to kind of jump forward a little bit to an extremely Goofy movie, like that's the series, right? I probably watched that. I could tell you the camera angles from that movie because I watched extremely Goofy movies so many times, and that was cool because it was like skateboarding. So like when I was a kid, I was really big into that. I didn't skateboard myself, but I was still into it.
A father and son bonding movie kind of thing where the son is trying to find his own way in the world and kind of make his own memories, find his own path forward, and his dad, Goofy, like the characters are Max and Goofy. Mm-hmm. And Max is trying to like, hey, look, I'm just trying to live my own life. And Goofy's like, yeah, I just kind of wanted to come for the ride because, you know, I love you. I want to make sure you're doing well. And I care about you so much. Like, I'm willing to do whatever just to kind of spend time with you kind of thing, right? And Max doesn't see that at the beginning of the movie. And then, you know, as time goes on, they find that, you know, they're better together. They're a fantastic duo, fantastic father and son team kind of thing, right? And, you know, hijinks occur and the bonds are tested, but at the end of the movie, they are stronger and closer together as father and son.
Yeah, like I remember they have an interaction with Bigfoot, like they're fishing and they're like fishing with like a piece of meat on their hook or something like that.
Pretty sure it's like a full sandwich
or something like that. And then yeah, Bigfoot shows up and they have to they ran away from Bigfoot. And then they ultimately get to the Powerline concert at the end.
Yeah, big. They're a big celebrity in the universe.
Yep, like a Michael Jackson type, I think it was. That song is great.
Absolutely.
Eye to Eye, and then I think there's another Powerline song that exists. Oh, it's the Standout. The one he does at the beginning where Max dresses up as Powerline and then performs in front of the school, and he's like taking over the assembly or whatever. Yeah. So the classic like storyline from Disney shows and movies where it's like you lied to us, we thought you were cool, and
you tried to lie about who you were to get us to like you, kind of
something
thing.
You're not, and it's like
it's all about finding who you truly are and finding, you know, like, yes, this is who I am. I'm proud of who I am. I'm gonna stick with this, and that's all a father wants kind of thing, right? That's the whole point. Goofy kind of trying to help him find who he's going to be in this world.
Yeah, I feel like you really nailed it with the whole like father son thing. Like I definitely had like a very silly dad. Like my dad when I was a kid was just kind of a dork, kind of a nerd, right? But and he'll probably after saying this, he'll probably be like, "Hey, I'm not a dork," because my dad listens to this podcast. Hi, Dad. But yeah, like just the goofy aspect of like your dad means well, even if he's like embarrassing you or whatever. And
those are the kind of things that you look back on with the fondest of memories. When
yeah,
you're older,
for
right?
sure, absolutely.
Like you despise it, you can't stand it in the moment. It's like, oh, Dad,
yeah.
you're embarrassing me. My friends are right there. But it's like you'd give anything to have those moments back, right? Like it's just so important and impactful. And I mean, you also have the silly moments of this game, like the Tower of Cheesa.
Oh yeah,
just like the different things. So, yeah, it's a father-son movie, but you also have his friends, hanging around doing stupid friend things, right? Like we're all kids at one point. We all did stupid things.
And then in the sequel, in an extremely goofy movie, I remember like
that's when they would go like camping and they're on like the raft and everything like that.
That's the first one. The second one is
right.
is Max goes to college, and then Goofy also goes back to college, and they end up skating in like the X Games. And there's a funny moment where one of Max's friends is like looking at his hands, and he's like, "You ever wonder why we're always wearing gloves?"
I was gonna say it's very in your face about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then Goofy like falls in love with like the librarian, and then they do the X Games thing, and there's the antagonist of Bradley Uppercrust the Third. I always remember that because it was like such a douchey name for like such a rich boy in college. And of course the Third, just adding insult to injury. But yeah, no, definitely good pick for this week for sure. Like that.
I mean, it's a solid movie from our childhood. It's very impactful, right? So that's the kind of avenue I was kind of feeling. It's like it's that nostalgia, family warmth.
Did you ever go camping like they do in the movie? Did you ever?
I went camping
road trip wise.
I mean, we used to have a cottage/trailer back when we were younger, right? So we did that every summer. But one summer, my stepdad and I went actual camping.
Nice, like tents on the ground.
Tents on the ground,
wow.
Sleeping bags. We brought like cooler with the food. Obviously, like we tried to go fishing, couldn't catch a damn thing, so we had to break into the cooler to actually eat.
Oh gosh. Did you have to like hoist your food up a tree so that bears?
We did.
Get it?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is surprisingly like off the grid, low tech for you. I feel like I mean, even back then.
I mean, I would think I was.
Still, I feel like you're
14, 15.
Yeah, you're just more a tech guy. So I just feel like
it was very much a one and done.
Fair. Yeah, bucket list. All right, cool.
Not only for me, but for my stepdad as well. He's like, yeah, I used to go camping when I was younger. I don't have this in me anymore. And I was like, yeah, it was cool. S'mores were fun. This isn't for me.
Well, that's why you got to go glamping, which is like when you have.
Well, that's what. Yeah, we had like the trailer, right? So we were out in Port Perry kind of thing, and there was a nice lake there that we took the boat on and stuff like that. But yeah, camping was fun. But as someone who is severely allergic to the outdoors, bugs, grass, trees, pollen, I had as fun a time as you think I would. But the quality time that was spent there was worth the bug bites and the runny nose. So
sick. Well, what about the whole concert thing? Like, is there like any concert that you remember as a kid that was like going to, or even as an adult, like the best concert you've ever seen? Because like obviously Powerline, big moment.
Yeah,
for,
I mean,
for both of them, right?
A super impactful concert was the last kind of in Ontario Black Sabbath show. Because my stepdad again is a huge rock and roll kind of guy, huge into Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath. See those kind of bands, right? So he took me to this Black Sabbath concert, and it was just a good time. Like I was young, I have pictures of it. I look super childlike, kind of thing, right?
They're like, "What are you
17 at the time?" It's like, yeah, I was like, I was into that music too, right? I'm more of an alt rock kind of guy now, but I got a lot of my music tastes from my stepdad, so we liked a lot of the same bands, a lot of the same music. We shared CDs back and forth, kind of thing, right? So it was just a cool moment to hang out again, another bonding exercise. But Black Sabbath was a hell of a concert. I don't think I've been to a louder concert than a Black Sabbath show.
Oh man, yeah, especially at 17.
It was incredible. It was full of energy, full of a lot of older people, because that's the the kind of clientele of that
classic
band.
rock.
But,
yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. But it was a fantastic show. My most recent one that was also really impactful was, and on the other end of the spectrum, was the most recent Elton John concert.
Damn.
I think that was one of his last shows as well, like the Yellowbrick Road show.
And is he like amazing? Like everything sounds great? Or
It was like I was listening to him on the radio kind of thing, right?
Whoa.
Like, there was no, like, people say, oh yeah, like they're not as good as concert, or like, he was as good as he is anywhere else.
like 1-to-1?
It was 1-to-1. He's a fantastic performer. It was a phenomenal show.
I feel like the only like concert I ever remember going to, as a kid at least, that was like not related to like my brother's band or whatever, was the and just tailgating on the Disney thing, the High School Musical concert.
Oh wow!
and I remember being like 10 years old, and I had like the High School Musical concert tour T-shirt on, and Zac Efron wasn't there. It was all the other cast, and then Drew Seeley.
I'm actually surprised that like the cast was there.
It was the full whole cast. It was like Ashley Tisdale.
Where
Corbin
was
Bleu.
this?
This was at the then like Air Canada Center.
Oh, so this is here in Canada. I didn't know like this was that.
No,
Disney or
this is
something
like in
that.
Toronto.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And well, that was like my first realization that the guy who was singing in place of Troy Bolton in the concert, Drew Seeley, was the guy who did the singing for Zac Efron in the first High School Musical movie, because Zac Efron didn't sing in that one. He sang in the second one and beyond. So like that's why it sounded like so exactly the same as the movie. But I'm like, how does this guy sound so much like Zac Efron? That's crazy. They must have just got a really
Dubbed
good
his
sound.
voice,
or just like he's on a track or whatever. But yeah, that and I mean I've seen Avril Lavigne live. I've seen Marianas Trench live. But yeah, I think
who's like someone you want to see?
Ooh, there was a concert that happened a couple years ago that I have the biggest FOMO from, because it was like 3 bands that I love so much from childhood and now. It was Simple Plan, Neck Deep, and Blink-182. And they played at Budweiser Stage in Toronto. And I only found out about it the day that it was happening, and I was like, man, that would have been so sick to go see. So I'm bummed I missed that. So I'll probably say one of those guys, or like I'm a big Owl City fan. I love to see Owl City in concert.
You are a very big Owl City kind of genre as well.
Yeah. As far as like classic rock stuff though, I feel like some family members of mine went to go see like Paul McCartney perform recently, and they said he was like getting up and playing guitar, and he's like 88 years old, which was like incredible that he's still doing that stuff at such an old age. And he was just really good. Like he was like exactly like super crisp, and just everything sounded amazing. So yeah, I mean anything like Beatles would be pretty cool. Yeah, I mean like even if I saw anybody now that's more on like the modern side, like obviously Owl City's been around for a while, but yeah, on the more modern side, it's tough because I'm a big like studio version guy. Like I like the idea of just listening to the song and having it be studio. But I've seen clips on Instagram of Machine Gun Kelly, aka MGK, and his concerts look really fun. Like he looks like he's having a good time, and so I feel like that would be a cool spectacle for me.
That'd be cool
as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Going back to like the Disney side of things, like you said, you saw High School Musical concert kind of live. Were you ever like a Disney on Ice kid? Did you ever see any of those shows?
I didn't. I've seen many like clips from it of like Aladdin and Little Mermaid and stuff. But yeah, I never really like got into that.
We're a big Disney family here. Mm-hmm. So like my sister, my mom, and I would go to those probably every couple of years when we were like really, really, really young. And again, it's Disney, right? So it's a very magical experience. It's very akin to I don't even remember like those Mickey Mouse Christmas movies where they brought all the different movies, the characters together kind of thing, and did like a best of kind of thing, or told like different Christmas stories.
Yep.
Just again, good family times, right? So I just like you're talking about the High School Musical thing reminded me of those kind of shows as well, and how they're not necessarily concerts, but they are, performances, and they are unique as well. So
absolutely. Well, I feel like this is a very touching Wayback Playback this week. Very close,
very close to the heart.
Yeah, it's very close to the heart. They can't all be wacky, silly. They still have to be very like meaningful and nostalgic. So yeah, I think that's everything we've got for this week on the Side Quest podcast. So let us know what your favorite moments of Star Wars are. If you're excited for Mandalorian Grogu, if you've seen Mandalorian Grogu already, let us know what you thought. Yeah, if you want us to talk about anything on Wayback, Playback, hit us up on Instagram, leave a comment on YouTube, let us know. We're always looking for new stuff to talk about and reminisce about. And they can be sappy, they can be funny, they can be niche. We love it all.
I want to find something where we'll get into a heated debate. Be like, yes, I want this side of it, you want that side of it. Like, let's find some topics where we can go at each other.
Yeah, give us your hot takes so we can argue them. I feel like we haven't christened this podcast with a good argument quite yet.
Yes, absolutely. We have a lot of similarity in what we like, kind of thing, but there's also definitely some things in the background where we have opposing views on.
Yeah, we'll have to explore that in future episodes. But for now, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching the non-video YouTube version of our podcast. We love you. Have a great week, and we will see you in the next one.
Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.